Hi guys. So today's self-care Sunday, or I don't know what we're gonna call this. Heck if I know. But I'm going to share with you something that Wolf and I do to help us budget our money a little bit better. Because it's we don't make a whole lot, and it is a problem, and we basically have to do something to make sure we stay on top of our finances, make sure everything gets paid, make sure everything happens the way it is supposed to happen. So I'm going to give you a quick view. I'm going to be real open and honest. I'm going to give you a quick view of our finances just for a second. And then we're going to talk about what we do. So I have a spreadsheet of our weekly paychecks, and it shows what we are putting money towards, what we use things for, and basically everything like that. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because it is our finances, and I don't want to get into it. But basically, I have budgeted every penny we make, and it goes into certain categories. And you can do this too. Let me switch to this. Okay, bear with me a second. It's gonna look weird. Okay, so I use a system called cash stuffing. Hopefully you can. And basically, I have a bunch of envelopes that represent our budget for various things. And we get paid weekly. I usually get paid on Mondays, but I got paid today. Monday is a gazillion. I don't, right? Oh, hopefully it works. It works. Okay. So before any money goes into any of our fun categories, I make sure every bill we have is paid. So the bills we have to pay online stay at the bank. The bills we can pay cash for, I pull the cash out. Because if the cash in an envelope, there's no chance it's going to get accidentally spent. So the first one is always rent. Our rent is $9.50 a month. Actually, Wolf and I's rent is $8.50 a month, and the pet's rent is $100 a month. Yeah, because that happens. Today is the 23rd, and you can see I've been doing this for a while. I'm gonna need new cards for you. And I have a whole stack of them, so that's fine. You can get these on Amazon. You can get them. I think I paid like $5 for 100 of them. These books you can get in a lot of different places, but I got mine for $15 on Amazon. Just saying. And our honeymoon was in Mexico, so I have a $20 peso that I keep tucked in here because I can't spend it, but I think it's kind of cool. So I check my little spreadsheet. I write pay because we got paid, and every payday, $200 approximately goes towards our rent. So this 200 will bring us up to 865. I will pull the money out and double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 40, 65. So there's 665. Pull out one. Have all these fancy to organize it and all that. Yeah, that's money. So then that goes back in the little plasticky envelope. It's zippered shut. And then I go to the next one that has lost its sticker. I need to make a new sticker for it, but I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Oh, it's got our water bill behind it, so I do know what it is. So yes, I work for the water department. We still pay our water bill in cash. So I'm gonna write 523 pay, and our water bill tends to be about 130 a month, give or take. It's just really high. I don't know why. Today we're adding 25, which takes us from 55, 0, carry the 1. That is dollars. So then I'm going to pull out 25. And I do have it all organized in here. I just find, don't know, 5 in, $20 in the back. And that's it for water. Why do I keep one of our water bill stubs in here? Because you can pay online, and in case you ever need to, that has the address in it. Next up is groceries. We have $10 left in our grocery bill, so I'm gonna put 520 groceries. Had 150, obviously within 140, which means we have 10 left. And we're supposed to write on this like as you spend it. I'm not good at that. I usually write on it on the first or the next time I add money. So today for groceries, we're adding $100. There we go. We're adding $100 to groceries, so we've got $110, and that goes back in the envelope. And yes, Wolf actually does sometimes. Okay, if I go shopping, then I will pull the envelopes out, put them in my purse. If Wolf's going shopping, then I just hand it in his wallet and we put it back. It works. Next step is our cancer sticks. They'll have 30. Edit this. Definitely needs a new card before I can write in it again. Carton of our cancer 8 above us is 5, so that's what we and together we smoke about a carton a week, a little less than that. So yeah, I know we should quit. I hear you. I'm not going to stop. Let's just be honest. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a new card in. Drawer next to. So we're gonna go ahead and make a new one. I will just write things on top in case. And our starting balance is 5. So it's real easy to just start a new card. That's actually the first time we filled a card up. There's other ones that will be. Okay, eat out. I did put something in. There is nothing in eat out now because we've done ate out. And a lot of times that stays in the bank because it just does. But we're putting $5 in. Is there anywhere we can eat out for $5? No. But you see, next week we'll have $10. And the week after that we'll have 15. But we don't eat out every week. We eat out when we have enough money to. Car. We are buying the car from Wolf's mom. So before I lost my job, we were paying her about $200 a month. We've had some pretty major repairs we've had to do. Lost my job. And she's very, very understanding, and she knows the situation we're in. So at this point, we what we can. I have a debt calculator, and Ma Blazer is one of the things on it. So we know exactly how much we owe. Might get it $5 at a time, but she's gonna get it. And she $5 is going into the car fund. This was not a big paycheck week for us. Wolf's was a little lower than normal because some of the machine work broke down and they an extra day off, which yay, but kind of hurts the pocketbook. Yeah, yeah. His check was about $100 short. That's fun. We also always make sure we put a little bit of money in pets to make sure they have food or vet stuff. We have very healthy pets, thankfully, and we also If there was something bad enough, we would find the money some other way. They get in pet food last week, so there's $5 off of that. So we should. I said that was $5. No, we spent 30 on pet food because we have 5 pets. And today they're getting $5. It they don't go hungry. They get the meds they need. Luckily, they're pretty healthy, but both kind of feel like since we have removed our animals' ability to themselves, um, then it's important for us then but make sure they have everything. Next up is holidays. $5 in holiday today. 40. Holidays could mean birthdays. It could be Christmas. It could be a lot of stuff. So we always know exactly how much we have. So when it's time to do Christmas shopping, divide it by the number of people we're buying gifts for. All right, home. Home is home repairs. It's also things you want to do around the home. I spent $10 this. I had to get a shoe thing because I finally have too many. I only had 2 pairs of shoes, y'all. So I spent a little bit of money, bought some shoes. For a friend who was selling a bunch of shoes spent like $40 and got 7 pairs of shoes. Got 15 in home for anything. We need to have 400 in here by about November. Make sure that we can get propane. The one of those we add extra. All right, this is our fun budget. Go have fun. Last week, a little less than it than 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. That like we had about $100 in it before our anniversary, so that's what we. Yeah, there's people that have a lot more money than us in their envelopes. This is how we don't. No, we don't have a lot of money in ours, but we're getting by, and all of our bills are paid, covered. That's what's important. I get enough 10, fives. That's what I pull out this five. I don't know how. Not putting any travel this time, and helps education, and in our saving, just it goes back in the. When there's like a couple dollars or a weird number of dollars, I will just stick it in this one savings. It kind of ends up being more of a slush fund. Like, oh, we need a couple dollars for something. Okay, let's pull it out of here. So this week we had $400 left over. So that brings us up to $8 in our dollar bill bag, and there you go. We have $35 left. I don't know why. I how do I know where it went? I don't know where the 35 goes. That happens more often than I don't know where it's gonna get stuck. Yeah, rent is due on the first. We both have one more paycheck before then, which will take us up to $1,065. Like I said, our rent, so it will be covered. Will be paid first. Yay us. Our phone bill is that. And we just paid our electric, so that's so you know, fine. We don't have a whole lot extra, but um, look at me, I'm right side up. So basically, that's how Wolf and I make sure that we're staying on budget. That's how we make sure that like we're not spending money where we don't necessarily want to spend money. Um, it has got us so we don't overdraft. It's gotten us so that we're actually able, we've never, we no more have to choose which bills are we paying. When I lost my job, we were able to very, very quickly look and be like, okay, what do we have to do to survive? Can we survive? What is the minimum I have to be making for us to hit all of our bills and have a little bit left? And we were able to figure that out like within an hour. So when I did get an opportunity to get a part-time job that would give me time to recover, that would give me time to do other projects, we could look and be like, you know what? Yeah, this is going to be tight, but it's livable. So cool. That's what we do. You don't have to have a fancy envelope system. You know how we started this when we first began it? A stack of envelopes. That's all our first binder was an envelope box with names written on it. You don't have any envelopes? Cool. Did you get any bills this month? That's what I'm looking for. If you cannot afford, I just saw one. If you cannot afford to buy, whoa, it fell. Hi. If you can't afford to buy envelopes, did you know a lot of bills will send you envelopes for you to mail back your check? There you go. It's a free envelope. Write the name on it. Stick a random piece of paper inside, like tear off the back of a bill, and use that as your counter. I use Google Drive, Google Spreadsheets. They're free. It's how I make my budget. If you want me to help you put together a blank one, I'm happy to do that. Just send me the list of what bills you need to set aside money for and what extra categories you want. I'll make it and send it to you. So this is something anybody can do. Anybody can get out of, can use this to, it won't like, it's not a miracle. You're not going to be out of debt tomorrow. But it can help you stick to a budget. And it is a great way to learn to stick to a budget and get in the habit of sticking to a budget. Oh, I'm stuck in there. Sorry. Okay, now you can do that. Our filing cabinet over here likes to flop open.
And that's because it's uneven.
Yeah, it's...
Or not level.
This is our filing cabinet that our printer's on. And it's not level, so if we don't keep the trash can in front of it, it likes to open itself. So anyways, I haven't done a cash stuffing video in a while, and I want to share a system with you. And if you're wondering, our weekly income is $600, about a little under $700 between the two of us. And so that's about, I can't math that hard today. Normally I can do math in my head pretty fast. Not today. So together, that's a little over $3,000 a month that we are making it work. Um, with 5 animals and half a kid. We have a whole kid, but obviously shared custody. So, but we do help make sure the kid has everything he needs whenever there's something extra. Like right now, we are saving for his Christmas present, which I think is, or birthday present, not Christmas present. We're saving for an extremely special birthday present for him that hopefully he'll be super proud to get.
Yeah, you should be.
He is the first incoming ninth grader I've ever met who has already lettered. That's right. He got his high school letter in 8th grade. And we are both really, really proud of him. So for his birthday, we're getting him his formal letterman's jacket. And we've already talked to the others on the parenting committee, and they all know we claim it. I don't know. I feel like it's important to me because I lettered in high school. Wolf didn't. The Cubs' mom didn't letter in high school. I'm pretty sure Step Grandpa did. Because I know he played a lot of sports, but I don't think Wolf's mom did. So to me, huh? She did. What'd she letter in?
I don't know.
Oh well, to me, because I'm not an athletic person, it was a huge deal to me when I lettered. I lettered in choir and theater, and I can remember my next door neighbor like making fun of me because of my theater letter. Folks, to letter in theater at my high school, they go by hours of service. You get hours anytime you're at rehearsal, whatever part you're playing. You get hours if you're working tech. You get hours when you're doing special projects. But it cannot be during school time. So it's hours you put in outside of school. And to letter, it takes 150 hours. To become a thespian at the high school I went to, it took 250 hours. I did both of those in 1 year. Those can't overlap. So that's already 400 hours outside of school time I put in. But wait, I was also taking an after-school class 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, so 9 extra hours a week, where I was learning the craft of stage tech. It was basically an apprenticeship program. So I basically lived at the theater my junior year. And when I told my neighbor, I'm like, let's compare schedules. Yeah, you play soccer. You have one sports season, or you did soccer and cross country. So you have 2 sports seasons a year. I do this every week, every single week. And he looked at my schedule and he's like, you know what? I have a little bit of respect for that. I'm like, now, why don't you come do tech with me? Realize how much knowledge you have to have, how knowledge of electrician's knowledge, how to construction knowledge, geometry, the physicality of building things, of moving them around, of taking prop pieces that weigh 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds and having to take them to a second story storage with only one other very tiny girl helping you. Yeah. It was work. So even the sports guys grudgingly admitted that our theater letters were worth it. Now, our choir letters, you lettered in choir simply by being in one of the top 2 choirs in the school. That's a little okay. But the theater letter is the one I'm most proud of. So I really wanted to give the kid his letterman's jacket because to me it was a very special moment when I got mine. I still have mine. Whenever I was a teacher and they'd have, sport your school day, I'd wear my Williams Baptist College t-shirt and my letterman's jacket. They'd be like, Ms. B, you're old. You can't wear your letterman's jacket. I'm like, bull crap. I earned this thing. I'm wearing the shit out of it till it falls apart. You know how much these suckers cost? $300. And that was in 1999. I am terrified of how much Little Man's is going to cost to the point where we have not called to ask yet. That call needs to happen pretty soon. We're going to get it by December. But anyways, thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me ramble. If you like my random ramblings, if you like makeup and gaming and crafting and cash stuffing and whatever other random crap comes to mind, give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Also, I've been pointing out my birthday is June 18th, and my birthdays always go wrong, like disastrously wrong. I have not had a successful birthday party since I was 10, and my mother planned the last one at Chuck E. Cheese, or Bullwinkles. We didn't have Chuck E. Cheese, we had a Bullwinkles. It's the same as Chuck E. Cheese, it just has a moose instead of a mouse. Same thing. But my birthdays go badly, really, really badly. Um, I have a request for my birthday. I am at 180 subscribers here on YouTube. I would really, really like to be at 200 for my birthday. So, you know, if you,
I'm hoping that that just goes past it.
I would love to be above that, but I would really, really like to hit 200 followers for my birthday. So, tell a friend, bribe a friend. I don't know. Tell them I'm doing a giveaway because I'm always doing a giveaway. Not on this video, but if you go back and watch my video from yesterday, you can enter there. Um, I do lots of giveaways throughout the month, or I do one giveaway month, but I add a lot to it. Last month's giveaway was worth over $200, and this one's not far off. So, you know, bribe people. I'm totally cool with that. Anyways, I will say this. If someone comments on any of my videos and says, you know, tags you and says, hey, this person told me to subscribe and I did, I will give you both an extra entry in my giveaway from now until June 18th. So there you go. I'm not above bribing people. So thanks for joining me. See you later. Bye.